Hut, 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 hut. Here it comes. Bam! Hey, it's James Malachak. Welcome back to this video, and I'm so fired up. In the previous video, I told you about our special celebrity guest speaker number one, Mr. Stedman Graham, the best-selling author, strategic branding and distribution expert. Also, you may know him as Oprah's boyfriend, Oprah Winfrey's man, if you will, as he says. But he's going to be at our May 17th through the 20th Big Money Speaker Bootcamp in Los Angeles, and I want you to meet him. But also, in the last video, I said I would reveal to you who my NFL world champion is, who's going to be there as well. So I got this football from him. He signed it to me. And let me let you know a little trivia. A lot of people don't know this, but he is one of two people who actually got me started in speaking. And he's one of the most famous football players in the history of the National Football League, of the NFL. You see him on TV now. You have seen him in movies like The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. And he has one of the most amazing stories. And he is one of the greatest speakers you will ever hear. So who is he? Who is this? Signed right here? Watch this clip. When we were sitting there in Las Vegas, I just thought to myself, man, how cool would that be to now, a man who helped get me started, I can actually bring him back to my seminar that I happened to put on. So I brought him in December, and it's such an honor and a privilege to be able to have him at an event that if it weren't for him, we wouldn't even be here. Okay, so I just want to say, would you do me the honor? Could we give a warm, standing welcome to my friend and mentor, Joe Theismann?
I feel like a proud father today. I really do. It's an interesting feeling, and I'll cover some of the points that James has covered so eloquently and so beautifully and so many things that he does. And every time I come here, I always try and make sure that when he gives me an opportunity to come and be a part of a program, that I come and listen to him speak, and listen to him share information, and listen to him tell stories, because that's really who we are. We're the teller of stories of our life's experiences. Just as you that go on to speak or write books, you're the tellers of stories of experiences that you've had. And through everyone else's experience, you have an opportunity to gain knowledge. This is one of the hardest presentations I have ever prepared for, because I've had the opportunity to gain so much more knowledge in so many other areas, to learn. I mean, that book you have should be filled with knowledge, but it shouldn't be put on a shelf when you go home. It should be referenced on a daily basis. You're going to have something happen in your life every day that you're going to look back at these 4 days and say, we touched on that. How was that handled? What did they say about that? How did they talk about that? And then when you really get bored, you can walk by the James Malachak shrine in the back of the room. I mean, it's just, it's so priceless to see all those beautiful pictures back there. The only thing that I'm curious about is, what are they selling for? Because you don't do that for nothing, I know you. I mean, you know, he took this business side of speaking really seriously and sort of took it to another level. But I do. When I say I feel like a father here, I am not responsible for James Malachak. I am not the man that launched him on a career. He had a dream inside of him. He had a vision, more than a goal, that he wanted to reach out to people's lives. And I tell the story of James so often. And I listened and I watched the presentation this morning, and I'm not going to ad nauseum go through so many different things. I mean, he just touched on so many different elements, and one was really understanding the market. Who are you marketing to? How can you marry two together? One little last thing, if you want to write it down, this is how I try and live my life. It's nice to be important, but it's a lot more important to be nice. May God bless you and hold you safe, ladies and gentlemen.
Folks, give it up for Joe Theismann. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Okay. Here we go, right over here. Okay. Yeah. Right. Wasn't Joe amazing? That was a boot camp last year that I invited Joe to speak at when I had Sir Anthony Hopkins, the legendary actor, there as well. And Joe spoke, and Joe's just a beautiful, beautiful man. He wrote me the nicest letter and sent me the nicest card after my seminar, and he was blown away. He couldn't believe the energy and the enthusiasm and the spirit in my room, and he's spoken to thousands of audiences. So, legendary NFL quarterback Joe Theismann, who you now see on television as a commentator for the National Football League, and you're going to get to meet him at the boot camp. And here's something else that's really cool. Check this out. I grabbed this. We always have picture opportunities with our celebrity guest speakers. And here's a photo of Joe and I standing, taking a photo after he delivered his presentation. And we had so many people, hundreds of people getting pictures with Joe at the previous boot camp that he spoke at. And Joe will be available for pictures for this boot camp, May 17th through the 20th. Also, Stedman Graham will be available too. And I'm not done yet with celebrity guest speakers. I got more to come. So what I want you to do now is I want you to register and join us May 17th through the 20th in Los Angeles, bigmoneyspeakerbootcamp.com. You're about to lose out. We are almost full, and we're so far out from the date, so you gotta commit. Make a commitment right now to join us. You'll be so grateful you did. These are just two of our speakers. I didn't even mention the 4 days of what I'll be teaching, and that's something key. I teach you. You get me teaching you. I bring in a couple of friends who are kind of celebrity-type speakers just to add a great flair and flavor. I want you to have one of the most amazing experiences you've ever had at any event. So I want you to come out. I want you to meet Stedman Graham. I want you to meet Joe Theismann. I also want you to meet the other celebrity guests that I have that I'm not going to reveal to you yet. So I want you to click and register. I'll see you in Los Angeles. And I look forward to throwing you a pass. Catch it.